It's a 4-day week because of the Good Friday celebration. That's why the European market is closed today. However, on Monday, particularly all markets will be closed due to Catholic Easter. Thus, we will tell you about macroeconomic events that will take place on Tuesday and Wednesday. On Tuesday, all market participants will be focused on the Chinese trade balance data for March. The report is likely to reflect the negative impact of coronavirus on the global economy and consumption. That's why most traders are expected to switch to safe haven assets. Analysts suppose that the report will show trade surplus. However, it's highly possible that such figures will be achieved by a more significant decline in imports compared to exports. According to the forecast, in March, China's exports dropped by 15%, whereas imports decreased by 8% compared to the same months in the previous year. That's why traders of the Australian dollar are likely to be disappointed by such figures. The fact is that Australia is the largest supplier of raw materials to the Chinese industry. The Australian dollar is expected to fall. On Wednesday, traders will find out information on the coronavirus effects on the US economy. The US will reveal data on retail sales, that is the main part of the country's economy. Economists suppose that in March the indicator declined by 7% after a drop by 0.5% in February. Of course, such weak statistical data may boost the demand for the safe haven assets. The US dollar is also expected to climb, especially against the Canadian dollar. The US dollar rise may also be stimulated by the expectations of the meeting results of the Bank of Canada. The key interest rate is likely to remain unchanged at the level of 0.25%. That's why investors are expected to be mainly focused on the regulator's rate statement and its press conference. It's highly possible that traders will sell off the Canadian dollar. You were watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. We wish you profitable deals.